Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Deng Alpha. If you are new here, consider subscribing so that you don't miss any of my videos, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I uploaded new content. The development of Rastafari movement stems from the teachings of the great Jamaican leader and motivator of masses. Marcus Garvey told the African people of the world to unite and to return to African, the homeland. Garvey's vision was for blacks to overcome their feelings of inferiority and build upon their own unique and evolving culture, and ultimately return to Africa to redeem their homeland and to build a future dub. PG2 Garvey's vision and ability to unite people made the Jamaican people enlightened to what was going on in the world. Garvey created the UNIA and the Negro World newspaper, which helped to inform the Jamaicans of what was going on in the African world. Garvey told his followers, "Look towards Africa for the crowning of a black king, he shall be the Redeemer." Garvey often used many biblical terms in his teaching to free his movement from the oppression of the white man. Whether he meant them to be taken literally is unclear, but what is clear is that many Jamaicans took them literally. An event that would happen in 1930 would be as important to a Rastas as the birth of Christ is to a Christian. In 1930, a man named Tafari Makan or Ras Tafari, Ras meaning king, claimed himself Emperor of Ethiopia Haile Selassie, as well as the traditional titles King of Kings, Lord of Lords, and Conquering Lion of the tribe Judah. To some Jamaican people, this meant that Garvey's prophecy had been fulfilled. These people turned to the Bible and, through the literal translation of the documents, found much correlation into what had taken place. An important correlation to the Bible is the fact that Selassie claimed to be a direct descendant of King David. By Selassie claiming his relation to David, he had made a coalition to Revelation 5:2-5. To some Jamaicans, this meant their Messiah had arrived. In Jamaica, some people such as Leonard P. Howell, J. N. Hibbert, and Archibald Dunkel began to spread the word of the Messiah coming to save the African people. To Dunkel, Howell, and Hibbert Haile, Selassie became their living God. The people who listened to this soon began to call themselves Rastafarians. To these new Rastas, Ethiopia became their Zion, and Haile Selassie their Messiah. The Rastafari religion would continue to follow this trend of interpreting the Bible literally, which lead to practices that make the Rastafari religion unique from any other. The beliefs of the Rastafarian are often misunderstood. To many, anyone who has dreads, smokes weed, and plays reggae music is a Rasta. There is much more than those three elements to being a Rasta. Rastafari is more than just a religion. It is a movement and a way of life. The Rasta lifestyle is one of peace, or at least it seeks to be one of peace. I say this because throughout the world the Rasta are oppressed and harassed, and Rastas sometimes are forced to turn to violence for survival. It is important when watching this video that one understands that the Rastafari has no set book of rules. The Rasta way of life that is laid out here is not true for all Rastas. What is said in this video is the basic beliefs of Rasta, and not all Rastas follow these customs exactly. Ganja smoking. One of the first aspects of Rastafari that come to mind when people hear of Rastafari is their use of marijuana. The smoking ganja for a Rasta is a special experience. They use the ganja to help enlighten their mind so they can correctly reason the ways of the world. The ganja is always smoked in a ritual way. Before smoking the plant, the Rasta will say a prayer to Jah, God, or to Haile Selassie. The Rasta call them reasoning sessions when they use ganja for nyabingi. A nyabingi session is much different from a casual marijuana smoking session that Western people take part in. People in the West smoke marijuana for social and entertainment reasons. In the West, smoking weed may lead to a silly time of laughing and horseplay. This differs greatly from what takes place during a nyabingi. A nyabingi is taken very seriously. Acting silly would be considered disrespectful to a Rasta. Before Rasta smoke the ritual plant, they say a prayer to their god Haile Selassie. Dreadlocks are another well-known part of Rastafari. The origin of the dreadlock traces back to ancient Africa, originating in Eastern Africa. The name dreadlock comes from the locks of hair deemed dreadful, as Dub explained. The Rastas also believe that they should not put sharp metal objects to their head. This comes again from interpreting the Bible literally. Due to this belief, they do not believe it is right to shave or comb their hair. Another belief that led to the dreadlocks among Rastas is that the wearing of the dread resembles the mane of a lion. The lion is significant because the lion is the respected king of the animal kingdom and a humble animal. Both of these traits Rasta believes are divine and important to the black man. Haile Selassie I also was called the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. This makes the wearing of the dread connected to the Rasta god. The dreadlock is also a natural state of the African person hair, and by being natural the Rasta feels they are more connected to Jah. The Rastafari diet is something that is often overlooked by many people who do not know a great deal about Rastafari. The Rasta has a very interesting belief in their thoughts about dead beings. The Rastas do not like being around any animal that is dead. This idea stems into their diet. The Rasta believes that it is wrong to eat animals that have died because then you are turning your body into a cemetery. This does not mean that a Rasta will not eat dairy products. Most Rastas have no problem with the consumption of milk because it does not come from a dead animal. Although most Rastas will not eat animal meat, many Rastas will eat fish. However, the Rasta will not eat shellfish. This stems from more readings in the Bible. Some but not all Rasta will go as far as to not to eat fruit that has been altered from its original form. This means they would not eat fruit that has been peeled, cut, or smashed. There is also a large number of Rasta that will not eat any processed food. The Rasta believes in peace and they are constantly trying to preach down violence. This preaching down of violence is often hard for Rastas to do because most Rasta live in poor areas where peace is often unattainable. The Rasta fear world wars, and especially nuclear war. This want for world peace is heard often in the Rasta's reggae music. One of the most important parts of Rasta thought is the protest against authority and structure. The Rastas refer to the authorities that ruled the world as Babylon. Babylon is connected to the devil and is ruled by the oppressive white man. This rejection of authority can be seen in how Rastafari has no rules like many other religions do. There is not one thing that Rasta has to do to be a Rasta, because that would defeat the whole purpose of being a Rasta. Rasta's economic beliefs are anti-capitalism. The Rastas believe that capitalism is part of Babylon. Rastas believe what is yours is also your neighbor's. This does not mean that Rastas would approve of communism. To a Rasta, communism would be too structured. They would also reject the idea of a leader telling them what to do. Most Rastas also do not believe in paying taxes. Because of this, most Rastas do not take part in the formal economy. Instead, they either live in a place where they can survive on what they can grow, or they take part in the informal economy and survive through street vending. For many Rastas, moving back to Ethiopia is their dream. Fortunately for some, this dream has come true. In 1963, Emperor Haile Selassie I gave 500 hectares of land to any African that wished to return to Ethiopia. The land that was given is located in the small southern Ethiopian town of Shasamine. The small town of Shasamine has a population of 13,000. The people living in this town are 90% Christian and 10% Muslim. The town has many visitors because it is a crossroads of the three largest Ethiopian cities. The staple crops are maize, beans, potatoes, wheat, barley and injera, a local grain used in traditional Ethiopian bread. Separate from this economy, the Rastas have set up a commune that lies 3 miles outside of the main market of Shashamene. The town has grown from the original 12 Rastas to 200 families. Almost all of the Rastas living in the town have come from Jamaica. For the most part, the only ones who have not are Ethiopian women who have intermarried with the Rastas. The Rastas who live here are members of the 12 tribes of Israel. The 12 tribes is the most organized form of Rastafari that there is. The origin of the group is in Jamaica and has branches in Brooklyn, New York. The Rastas that are currently living in Shashamene welcome any African that wants to come to live in their community to come. They say their community can handle any amount of people that want to come back to African. The Rastas believe that they will someday turn the town of Shashamene into the most important city in Africa. They claim that someday it will be a thriving African city that will be able to defeat the oppression of the white man. Thanks for watching this video, and a quick reminder, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you soon in the next episode.